Let's see, what do we have in the mail today? Let's see here. Bill, jury duty. Guilty. So good to do your civic duty. And let's see, oh, what is this? See the world, meet new cultures, cash prizes. Oh, that sounds good. High chances of cheesy drama, over-the-top moments of improbability, and deadly challenges that should kill you, but we are certain they probably won't? Maybe? What kind of morons would sign up for this? Greetings, whales of the internet. I am the great Matthew Squeak, and welcome to Squirrel Talk Review. Total Drama is that kind of weird show that parodies all those reality TV shows, namely Survivor, cashing in on all the drama and addictiveness that comes with it. And after several seasons of the show, they're finally breaking from the norm and going with... This is the Ridonculous race. Nice work with the theme song. Mimics the original source well, but stands out just enough to be its own thing. I kind of like it. If you do not know how the Amazing Race works, here is the breakdown. You and a partner race across entire cities, completing various challenges along the way that usually revolve around some kind of cultural significance, all the while competing against other teams to be the first one to cross the finish line. Each episode takes place in a different location, and one team is eliminated each leg of the race until a final showdown between two finalists. Clear enough for you? Well, let's get this show started. Like always, it starts with a recap of the previous episode. And since I haven't been watching, it's not that interesting. But the highlights are, vegans are forced to eat meat, the host is not as intelligent as he thinks he is, what else is new, and...
The gods came in first and went crazy.
On to the show now. Our host, much like the show they're spoofing, discusses how and where they are headed to next.
Sunny Brazil, home to bossa nova music, makers of fine coffee, and other things that keep me awake at night.
This thing keeps you up at night? Have you seen some of the things that appear on this show? What?
Our first group of teams have reached the airport and are running to catch the first flight.
You're not going to narrate the whole thing, are you? You are on my show! That is my job! After the teams race off in their taxis, we cut to the main comedic drama-y portion that keeps people watching these things, where the contestants stop what they're doing to have a little FaceTime with the camera. Even though there are races and challenges going on. Yeah, okay, I know it's all done after the fact, but this show needs to take advantage of it. I haven't really seen anything beyond the first season, but if it hasn't happened, it needs to. I want to see the entire show just stop. Because some arrogant contestant wants to have a moment in front of the camera. Now. Not later, right now. It would be funny. Back to their FaceTime/introductions of the main characters of this episode, we have the drama queens, Olympic brats.
Reed, last time I was this mad about where I placed, I got a new partner.
Should he be concerned for his well-being? And of course, Team Original Cast. Won't these guys ever learn the show is hazardous to their health?
I almost died!
That is probably what happened to all the other contestants we don't see anymore. Let's see, who else do we have? Team Vegan just ate meat, and Team Most Likely to Die.
Well, they're not making a sneeze. That's something.
After a few shenanigans on the airstrip, they land in Brazil and face their first challenge.
In this Botcher Watch, whoever didn't swim with sharks in the Mediterranean must try to perform a traditional Brazilian rite of passage. and stick their hand inside this mitt full of venomous bullet ants to retrieve their next travel tip.
That is actually a thing. This program is educational. And it is also a challenge they couldn't get the Amazing Race contestants to do for safety reasons. So teams go one by one, reaching in and grabbing clues from ants. I haven't seen enough of these characters to know who I want to suffer.
Called it!
It's my turn to box!
You morons will do. Suffer, you fools! Highlights of the challenges are Team Vegans who just ate meat takes ants to face, Team Chinese Sisters thinking of teaming up with Team Most Likely to Die.
What happened to our no alliance agreement?
Well, half of them anyway. And the Drama Queens. Penalty. So they didn't actually have to reach in and grab the clue. They could have just coaxed it out with a stick or something. Or kicked it over and got it that way. One more worth noting.
Come on, guy. You gotta get the tip.
I do not know who these two morons are, but they amuse me. And since the other half of the contestants' flight was delayed, let's go ahead and move on to Challenge 2.
Teams must cross this gorge by any means necessary, and then search for their next tip hidden in these piles of coconuts.
You have to swing on the vine over it, you can't just go around it. Ah! I do not need a close-up of that!
Where are all the tips?
Or you could use this.
Just hit her with the hammer. She'd be far more useful. And taking the lead is the Lady Cops, and they move on to Challenge 3.
In this all-in challenge, one team member has to make a headpiece, the other a tail, worthy of walking the parade during Carnival. When this local approves of their handiwork, they'll get their next tip.
Another challenge built around actual fact? Someone did their homework. We spent some time cutting to teams who are not the focus of this episode.
Don't be so dramatic.
While these guys are amusing, she'll definitely keep these guys around for a while. Olympic brats are stupidly focusing on looking good for the camera. Well, that's better. Your stress amuses me. And finally...
Why? Whoa, what happened? Right on! Great thinking! Come on!
IW now, Team Dumb Luck. I am now rooting for you.
Their way.
Hey, I didn't want to eat the meat. I thought I had to.
Did you have to lick the plate?
Oh, I see there was a little more to this vegans eating meat thing. Team Surfer Dudes take the lead, and the final challenge is to hang glide to a beach for a pit stop, or as the show likes to call it, chill zone. And yes, this is after sticking their hands in the glove of ants, you sadistic show host. This show just seems to abuse these characters as much as possible, and that is the same throughout every season of this show.
Let's try that area over there.
Oh! Yes! Come on!
Karma.
Back! Go back!
Well,
Karma.
what do you know? Hurry!
This program was brought to you today by Karma. Make sure you're nice, or Karma will stalk you while you sleep.
Finally!
Tell me again what happened?
I told you, a monkey jumped down from a tree, picked up a coconut, and threw it at you.
That is a common satire of these shows. You obviously lie, but you have to know that the person you lied to are going to go back and watch the show themselves someday, right? Maybe he's the one that should be looking for a new partner. The last of the teens moved past the coconuts and... Didn't you just get there?
We've designed and created our own costumes since we were 4. We can do this kind of stuff in our sleep.
Oh, right. Screw reality. It's not like we're on a reality show or anything. Teams start crossing the finish line as it looks like the vegans have...
Placed the first in one day.
We deserve it.
No, you deserve a 30-minute penalty, which you're getting.
Why? We won fair and square.
Each one of you were supposed to make a component of the costume, but Miles made both of yours.
Yeah, and you were supposed to reach into the glove of ants.
Ice Dancers, you're in first place.
Yes! In your face, vegan.
Stop zooming in on that! Due to time constraints, and who really cares about anyone that comes after second anyway, so they use a simple montage of everyone coming in and their places.
4th, 5th, 6th.
We want to get straight to who is last, who is eliminated. Time begins to run out, and the alliance is over pretty much as soon as it started. Might have wanted to make it last for another episode or two first before killing it.
Sorry, guys. I gotta go with my sis on this one.
Totally fair.
Granted, who'd want to be on the team with most likely to die anyway? And the final two teams are... Team Dumb Luck and Team Carnivorous Vegans. And the penalty time is about to run out.
Vegans, your penalty ends in 3, 2, 1. Rockers in 14th, second last.
They did it! They're still in the race. Yes, the vegans could have easily made a run for it at the last second, but who cares? Team Dumb Luck is still in the race. I don't care what they're called, they're Team Dumb Luck now. And much like the show, it does a little montage of their best moments throughout the program, and they give us a little sob story. Are you happy now, Total Drama? You made vegans eat meat. And one of them kind of enjoyed it.
I'm sorry. Was that a yummy sound?
Granted, that's about as far as you can push vegans. So let's face it, their story arc was done already. Our host wraps things up.
Now that the last truly unselfish players have been eliminated, things are gonna get ugly. Next time on the Ridonculous Race.
And don't forget the moral of the story. Always play by the rules. Except when the refs are not watching. So that was Total Drama's take on The Amazing Race. How is it? I don't really want to call this a good show, but it is strangely addicting. The animation is bright and well made. The characters are all over-the-top examples of people that we've probably seen on an actual reality show. And while we never get the chance to delve deep into the depths of any of the characters, that's not the point of the show. We only see what they do and what they choose to share, and we make our own opinions of them. It's easy to hate some and root for others, sometimes even changing sides throughout the show. And while I can't bring myself to go out on a limb and say this is high-quality entertainment, I can admit that it does have that pull that drives people to keep watching it. And maybe that's what the most important thing is, getting people to come watch your show. I am the Great Matthew Squeak, and this is Squirrel Talk Reveal. Thank you for watching, my loyal subjects. No, I would never stoop so low as to join one of these reality TV shows, but you may like and subscribe to my show, which is far greater entertainment. Also, donate here. Give me your monies. It is far worth your dollars.